Alright, so in this lecture we will be learning how to write JavaScript code in a so-called JavaScript file and how to run that JavaScript code in the browser. Okay, so to getting started with that, all we need to do is we need to download this starter code from this GitHub link. Okay, and in case you missed this one, then you can find this link in the starting section itself. I have attached it there. Okay, so what you need to do is all you need to do is just click on this green button, and here you will see a download zip option, and right after clicking on this, your zip file for this repository will get downloaded. Okay, and don't worry about the view of this GitHub, because by the time you are seeing this, the view might change a little bit, but all you need to do is you just need to find this green button and then this download zip option. Okay, and in case you guys are on any small screen or in a mobile, then all you need to do is just go to this readme file and then click on this link, and from here also you can download this zip folder. So with that being said, you can move that downloadable zip file, extract it, and move it to the desktop. And if you open it, then you will see there is a new folder for every section, and each folder contains a final folder and a practice folder. So practice folder is the one which we will be using to code, and in case if something breaks or something doesn't works, then you can go to the final folder to match it to see whether the mistakes have happened. Okay, so now we will be opening it in the VS Code. So to do that, you just need to go to the VS Code, click on it, and then click on this new window, and from here just click on this open. As I have already moved my folder in the desktop, so just click on this desktop, then JavaScript basics, and then this practice. Open it, and it will look something like this. Okay, so here we have the index where we will be writing our JavaScript code, and just copy its path and then paste it in the browser. Sorry. Okay, so now here you can see the HTML content, whatever is there in our HTML file in the browser. Okay, so we'll just adjust it a little bit. To see both the windows parallelly. Yeah, now this looks fine. Yeah. So we will be writing our JavaScript right beneath this style tag here. Okay, all we need to do is we just need to use a script tag. Make sure you spelled it correctly. It's script, script tag. Okay, and we will be writing our JavaScript in between these script tags. So let's start our first line. Let's take a small example. Alert, hello world. Okay, so what we are doing is we are just creating a pop-up window, alert window, and we are writing hello world inside that alert window. So once you refresh this page here, which we have opened, then you can see our alert window came up with the message which we wrote here. Okay, when you click OK, it will show the content whichever was there in our HTML file. Okay, so let's write some other logics. For example, let month equals to Feb, then month equals to FB Feb, Feb month. Okay, so what we are doing is we have created one variable with name month, and we are storing the value as Feb. Okay, that means February, and we are writing an if condition where we are just checking if the month is Feb. That means if the month's variable's value is Feb, then show this alert window. Okay, we'll comment the first one. Yeah, so all we need to do is we just need to refresh the page. Okay, so as we can see clearly, the value of month is Feb, so we are getting this alert window, it's Feb month. Okay, after clicking OK, we can again see the content of the HTML. So now let's change the value to Jan. Let's see what happens. We are refreshing it again, and this time you can see there is no alert window coming up. This is because the month is no longer Feb, it's Jan. Okay, so now let's write some computations as well. For example, 57 plus 20 plus 30 plus 12. Okay, so what do you think where it will display the computation? Here in console or where? So let's see. We have wrote this computation here in this script tag, and we are refreshing this page, but now it's not displaying anywhere, neither in this page nor in this console. Okay, and you can adjust this console by clicking on these three dots, and then you can adjust it wherever you want. For example, I want this in the bottom, so I have clicked on this one to move it into the bottom. Okay, so now our browser doesn't knows where to display this calculation, because we haven't told our JavaScript file to where to display basically this value. So to display this in console, all we need to do is we just need to use a function which is console.log. Okay, and we'll move our computation there. So this way we are telling our JavaScript to log the values in the console of the browser. Okay, so now if we refresh our page, then you can clearly see the computation of this code is clearly displaying in the console, and on the right side you can see it is coming from index.html line number 24, which is where exactly our code is written. Okay, so just to recap, what we did just now is we used a script tag, and in which we have wrote our JavaScript code, and then we have used a console log to display whatever calculations, whatever JavaScript code we want in our console. Okay, because in the previous lecture we have never used this console log because we were writing the code directly in our console itself. So there we never required this console log. We wrote it this way directly in our console. Okay, so if you are writing any code in JavaScript or in HTML file, then make sure you are using this console log to log the values in the console in case you want to log them. Okay, so I think we are clear with whatever we have did just now. So now the thing which we did just now is called internal JavaScript. That means we are writing JavaScript in the HTML. Okay, so now we are going to use external JavaScript. So to do that, all we need to do is just go to this file tab and then click on this icon to create a new file and make it script.js. Okay, so this way we have created a JavaScript file and we can move our code here. And why I did that, so many of you might ask the question, when we can write JavaScript here in this HTML itself, then why we need to use a separate JavaScript file? So the answer of that question is, in small applications it's all up to you whether you want to use internal JavaScript or external JavaScript, but in larger applications it becomes very difficult to maintain the logic and the presentation if it is in the same file. So to make it maintainable and easy to access, we write the respective code in the respective file. If it is presentation, then we write it here. If it is something related to logic, related to JavaScript, we write it in JavaScript file. Okay, so now the question is, we have moved all the code in the script.js file and we have removed everything from this HTML. So how we will run the JavaScript code now? Because if you refresh it now, as you can notice, our JavaScript code is not loading here anymore because our index.html doesn't know from where we need to render the JavaScript code. So to do that, all we need to do is, this time I will be writing the script tag beneath this h1. Okay, so this time we won't be writing anything inside these script tag. Okay, because we have wrote everything in this separate script.js file. So all we need to do is, you just need to use src attribute, and here you just need to write the name of the file which you have created. For example, I have created script.js, so I'll be writing script.js. Okay, and make sure you have spelled it 100% correctly. In case your JavaScript still don't work after linking your file, because there might be chances that you have spelled it wrong here, or you haven't used it in the same folder, because right now my script.js and index.js are in same folder. That is why I can use directly the name of my JavaScript file. Okay, so right now we told our HTML to run our JavaScript code from script.js file. So let's see what happens. So this time if I load it, see, as you can clearly see, our computation which was there in our JavaScript file got displayed, and this time it is coming from script.js at line number 7, which is this line. Okay, so this way we made a better separation of concern, and we can write maintainable JavaScript code. Okay, and here we can make it fab again, and if I reload it, now we can see our alert window coming up again, and then our computation is coming up again in this JavaScript HTML. So this way we learned how to write an internal JavaScript using the script tag under the head tag here, like this. And we have also learned how to write JavaScript code in a JavaScript file and then link it to our HTML using the script tag. Alright, so with that being said, now we are actually able to write JavaScript code from our script.js file now onwards. Okay, so that is what we are going to do in our upcoming videos. So that's it for this lecture. See you in the next video.